Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Bishoujo Senshi Sailor Moon Crystal Season 3, or you could call it Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon Crystal Season 3, which is on episode 5. Now, this episode right here, pretty nice, not too bad. There is a couple hints that is given in here, which I will talk about a bit. Not too much of it, because it will bring up maybe a lot of spoilers, but just only little small minor ones, But also, it gives us a little bit more info here and there. So if anything else, let's go. Okay, at the beginning of the episode, these two mysterious warriors tells the other Sailor Guardians, Sailor Moon, Sailor Mars, Sailor Jupiter, Sailor Mercury, Sailor Venus, and Tuxedo Mask, along with Sailor Chibi Moon. We have to it that we're not your enemies. We have no need to fight you, but we are not your allies. Apparently they had more questions to come, but we have to it that one of the Sailor Guardians, of course, that's Neptune, of course, uses her violin and loud music, and Uranus used world shaking to escape or to blast them away. And apparently, Usagi was really concerned about this because they seem to be like allies or something, But that's what she thinks. But Mars backs this up by saying they say that they are not our allies, but if we ever fight them again or something, we have no choice but to fight. Well, attack if we get attacked by them, So the next day comes, but not before Mamo-chan and Usagi ends up having the same dream about the deity of destruction, and Neptune and Uranus did mention about about the three talismans and deity of destruction or something after they said they had the same dream. Of course, the next day Usagi is waiting for Mamo-chan and someone covers her eyes and she thought it was Mamo-chan, but it was actually Haruka instead. But Usagi asked him are you Sailor Uranus or something and so forth, because aren't you our allies? And Haruka tells her, I really wish I could just meet you again like this, that kind of thing, without you knowing a lot. And therefore, we have to it that Haruka ends up leaving, really fast in the wind. And as for Usagi and Mamo-chan, they end up talking to each other for a bit. And Usagi's like, she's in pain right now, Maybe crying a bit. Though that is explained later, why she cried. And we have to it that Chibi Usa ends up going to the Sailor Scouts, apparently, at their arcade, And she ends up trying to make her art homework, which is the Holy Grail, Which is something that involves, giving out a history behind it. It gives out certain powers whatsoever. But not only that, it also reveals that this is actually somewhat related to her mother, back in the 30th century or something, if I remember the timeline correctly. And we have to it that Chibi Usa says that she used to sneak in her mother's room all the time with Diana, or Diane. And of course she remembers a lot of things, and she says she won't go back until she becomes a good Sailor Guardian, which is really good, And we have to it, she comes on by and sees Mamo-chan and Usagi silent with each other, And we have to it that Chibi Usa did ask Usagi, what happened? Did you cheat on him or something? Which Usagi's like, is that what it is or something? In her mind. And Mamo-chan's like, hey, Chibi-usa, what are you doing here? I'm pretty sure you have a reason why you're here. And she says, oh, can you help me out with my homework, And Usagi's like, oh, no, I got some homework too to take care of. And therefore, she tries to go off, but apparently Chibi-usa says, no, I need your help too, okay? And therefore, they decide to make the Holy Grail for her, which Mamo-chan explains that there's something about involving purifying the person and giving them extraordinary powers, And we have to it that Usagi and Mamo-chan ends up helping Chibi-usa out, and we have to it they make up and they say that we're jealous with each other about seeing that Haruka's with Usagi and Michiru was with Mamo-chan. It's only natural. I mean, sooner or later, when you are in a certain relationship, which is somewhat related to life, and you see someone with the opposite sex with someone else, like a guy with another girl or a girl with another guy, you tend to be a little concerned or jealous in a certain sense, obviously. And they end up making up, and then Chibi was just like, hee, they made up, that kind of thing. Oh yeah, not to mention, I forgot, I'm sorry for being disorganized, the mirror that Neptune was holding, that's actually one of the talismans right there. which is one of the 3 talismans that is needed to find. But we have to it that the rest of the episode that Ami-chan, which is Sailor Mercury, ends up going to this prep school and tries to meet this #1 genius student, you know? And apparently we have to it that one of that identity person is actually which is 5 whatsoever. And apparently Ami-chan was really concerned about this, and she was almost like cornered down, you know? But we have to it that Haruka and Michiru ends up helping Ami-chan out, and she jumps off the building, transforms, dives into the water in the pool area, and ends up fighting one of the witches 5, which I could give 2 cracklegs about what her name is apparently. And of course there were some tough times, but she does get defeated, but not before we get to know who the identities of Sailor, Uranus, and Neptune are, and that's Michiru and Haruka. It was pretty obvious, and we do see the truth that Haruka is a woman, obviously. I mean, after seeing that transformation, we seen her, you know, bust, obviously. And we have to it that Sailor Uranus actually has a talisman too, which is known to be a space sword, and she uses it as a space buster and defeats one of the witches 5, and Neptune and Michiru ends up Neptune and Uranus ends up fleeing away. And we have to it that a new character is shown up towards the end, which she will have a major importance to it, and her name is Setsuo Mayo. If you guys could remember one person from season 1, which should be obvious, they look alike, and obviously it's already there. I mean, if you even analyze the opening, which the opening had a different singer, by the way, which is really important. So I think the second talisman is already shown, which is already in Sailor Uranus's hand, which is known to be the Space Buster sword, or Space Sword whatsoever, which is 2 of the 3 is already there. Now, where is the third one? One thing for sure, I will tell you this though. There are a lot of things that are going to be important in here, especially with one thing in particular. I mean, I could say it now, but it might give out certain spoilers and maybe hints of what to come, but it is what it is. So I will tell you this: that Holy Grail is gonna have an important part. In it, along with like that character at the end, Setsuo Mayo, I believe. I think that's her name, if I remember correctly. Setsuo Mayo. She also is gonna have an important role. But if you guys look at it carefully, it's very obvious. So yeah, a little minor spoiler or big old hint right there to what's to come. So until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. So the next episode is Sailor Pluto, and I'm pretty sure all you guys are gonna be shocked, especially anime onlys are gonna go like, wait a minute, Sailor Pluto from season 1 or something, which you should have already watched before this season, is dead. How is that even possible? If you guys remember, which I'm giving out more hints and spoilers a bit, that was in the 30th century, obviously. So yeah, until then, I'll see you guys later. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I apologize for giving out too many hints and spoilers ahead, but it is what it is. Until then, I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Bye bye. Doo-doo-doo.